I've always been fascinated by Rocket League. Firstly, the field size is rather small in comparison to other video game maps. On top of that too, these little Hot Wheels soccer looking cars are rocket powered, and games can be very fast paced. It got me thinking, how far does a car actually travel in a game of Rocket League? Hey, I'm Jack, your friendly neighborhood Rocket League player who still equips an antenna on that car. In today's video, I'm going to investigate how far a car travels in a single game of Rocket League. I'll split the video up into these three parts we see on the screen now. Let's get into it. Right. So the question I want to answer in today's video is how far does a car actually travel in a game of Rocket League? Rocket League uses Unreal units as the measurement for the game, and after doing some research on the Rocket League subreddit, discovered that Rocket League cars travel at a speed of 2,300 Unreal units. Now this top speed is when the car is traveling at supersonic. Now to do some calculations. One Unreal unit is equal to 1 centimeter. Thankfully, I also found the rough calculations of this on the subreddit too. To work out that Rocket League cars travel approximately 82.8 kilometers an hour, or 51.4 miles at supersonic speed. While this doesn't sound too fast, we need to remember that the Rocket League field is actually quite small and measures to be around 375.5 by 300.1 meters, or 410.6 by 328.2 yards. The Reddit comment also details how both gravity, the size of the car, and the camera settings can make it feel like we are driving our Rocket League cars in real life. I'll leave a link down to that Reddit thread in the description. Now that I've got the maths out of the way, and trust me, that's about as much maths as my brain can handle, let me show you how I'm going to run today's experiment. With 2 brain cells, I had to bring this experiment down to a manageable level with as little maths as possible. Like, there will be some, but at least I can do some simple addition. When planning this video, I remembered that when you equip a set of wheels, they actually track the distance traveled. So this is where Mathematic Genius Jack worked out how to run the experiment. I play 5 Rocket League games, each with a set of wheels that track the distance for that game. Then, I calculate the average distance traveled by adding all the distances and dividing them by 5. Sound good? Sweet as. First, I needed a snazzy little test car, so here's the beauty I'll be using today. And of course, equipping these bad boys as the first distance tracker. Let's get into the first game. Hey, Editing Jack here. So we actually made a mistake right from the get-go. I actually hopped into some training while waiting for a game. Then I suddenly realized it was actually tracking the distance whilst I was in training. So let me choose another set of wheels and we'll get back into it. Okay, take 2 with these wheels. Now here's the boring part in waiting. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Finally. Actually scores a banger there. Phew. Oh, look at that little flap, it moves up and down. I didn't realize that. Been playing since 2016 and you discover something new. And so the results for the first game was 527 meters traveled with this first set of wheels. Alright, second set of wheels. Here we go. Let's see if I can beat the wait time. Much better. No, I don't want to forfeit. Please do not forfeit. I've got the power here. Can I just play 1 minute and 59 seconds? You can leave, that's fine. I don't even know what happened. I'm doing that one again. Alright, so that second one didn't count, now on to game 2. And for the second game, we had 462 meters. Third game, and we're rocking these bad boys. And for the third game, 476 meters. And these crackers for the fourth game. And for the fourth game, 439 meters. Now onto the fifth and final game with these bad boys. I just realized I played an entire game, but I selected the show off ones, which only tracks backwards goals. So back again I go for the fifth and final game. And this time, for the fifth and final game, was 673 meters. So after conducting some very scuffed research, here were the results I was able to get. In game 1, I travelled 527 meters. In game 2, I travelled 462 meters. In game 3, I travelled 476 meters. In game 4, 439 meters. And in game 5, 673 meters. The total distance travelled over these 5 games came out to be 2,577 meters, which averaged out to be 515.4 meters travelled per game. It's important that I mention games 1, 3 and 5 went into overtime, so that explains why a further distance was travelled in these games. I'm not too sure about you, but I was actually surprised at how little these cars travelled in a game of Rocket League. Mind you, I was only queuing 3v3 casual, so it's usually a slower pace and may have resulted in slightly skewed results. Something I'd be interested to see though is the distance travelled in each individual game mode, and heck, even looking at the distances travelled by each of the different ranks. Looks like I've got some future experiments to run. So there we have it. My little Rocket League experiment to see how far a car travels during a game. Obviously, this was a learning experience for myself, having my teammates decide to forfeit halfway through a game, and also equipping a set of wheels that didn't track the distance, though it was actually a lot of fun to make. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see more content like this. I'll leave a couple videos up for you now if you'd like to watch some more of my content. I'm Jack, and I'll see you next time. Catch up.